Every morning, James did the same thing. He opened his eyes, took a deep breath, and stayed still for a moment. Not because he wanted to, but because he needed to. My friend, I've seen this moment in many patients over the years. That quiet pause when the body hesitates before the day begins. His body felt heavy, not painful, just slow, like it hadn't fully rested. He went to bed on time, slept through the night, did everything he thought was right. But still, each morning felt like a continuation of yesterday's fatigue, not a fresh start. One night, he noticed something small, something he had never paid attention to before. And that's when he realized it wasn't his mornings that were the problem. It was what his nights were missing. My friend, when people think about healthy aging, they almost always think about the daytime. They think about food, exercise, doctor visits, supplements, movement. And all of those things matter deeply. But after more than 30 years working with adults over 50, I can tell you something most people overlook. Some of the most powerful longevity habits happen at night. Not while you're asleep, but before sleep even begins. You see, many people believe sleep is simple. You lie down, close your eyes, fall asleep, wake up. That's how it worked when we were younger. But sleep and aging change the rules. After 50, your body doesn't shut off like a light switch anymore. It works more like a dimmer. It needs time to slow down, to release tension, to transition. And here's where the hidden problem often begins. Not in the hours you spend in bed, but in the hours before. I remember one gentleman, very much like James, who told me proudly that he went to bed every night at exactly 10 p.m. Same time, every night. He thought that was enough. But when I asked him what he did between 9:30 and 10, he paused. Usually watching TV, he said, sometimes scrolling the phone. Bright light, fast images, active thinking, and then straight into bed. My friend, that's like trying to stop a moving car instantly without braking first. The body needs signals. Signals that say, it's safe to slow down now. The day is ending. Rest is coming. But modern routines often skip that signal entirely. You go from brightness to noise, to stimulation, to bed, without a transition. And when that happens, your sleep still comes, but it doesn't restore you the same way, because your nervous system never fully relaxed, your muscles never fully released, your mind never truly let go of the day, and that quiet tension, even if you don't feel it, follows you into the night, reducing the depth of your rest without making a sound. That's why so many adults over 50 wake up tired, even after sleeping through the night. Not because they didn't sleep, but because their bodies never truly rested. James didn't notice it at first. Most people don't, because nothing felt dramatically wrong. He went to bed on time. He stayed asleep. He didn't wake up repeatedly. On paper, his sleep looked fine. But one evening, something small changed. He couldn't fall asleep right away. Not unusual. That happens to all of us sometimes. Normally, he would turn on the TV or scroll through his phone just to pass time. But that night, he didn't. Instead, he sat quietly. No phone, no noise, just silence. At first, it felt uncomfortable, too still, too quiet. My friend, silence can feel strange when we're used to constant stimulation. But after a few minutes, something shifted. His breathing slowed. Not intentionally, naturally. His shoulders softened. His jaw relaxed. His thoughts, once racing, began to drift, not disappear, just soften. And that night, he fell asleep differently, not suddenly, gradually, gently, like floating into rest, instead of falling into it. The next morning, something surprised him. He didn't feel perfect, but he didn't feel heavy either. He felt lighter, clearer, more stable, not dramatic, but noticeable. And that made him curious. The next night, he tried it again. Same quiet moment before bed. Same stillness. Same gentle transition. And once again, the morning felt different. That's when realization began to take shape. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. He hadn't changed his sleep time. He hadn't added more hours. He hadn't taken supplements. He had changed one thing, the way he entered sleep. And that small shift changed how his body experienced the entire night. Now, my friend, let me share something I've seen countless times in patients over the years. When your body doesn't fully relax before sleep, it carries tension into the night. Not enough to wake you, not enough to cause pain, but enough to affect you. Subtly, quietly. First, it changes the depth of your sleep. You may not notice this consciously, but your body does. Your nervous system stays slightly alert. Your muscles hold tiny amounts of tension. Your brain continues processing, not fully resting. Then, it affects recovery. Your muscles don't completely release. Your tissues don't repair as efficiently. Your brain doesn't reset as deeply. And slowly, day after day, that incomplete recovery builds up. You wake up functional, but not refreshed, able to move, but not energized, able to think, but not clear. And over time, that becomes your new normal, a quiet fatigue, not overwhelming, not dramatic, but persistent. I often call it background tiredness, but that it follows you through the day, makes simple things feel heavier, makes motivation harder, makes patience shorter. And this is especially important when we talk about energy after 50. Because after 50, recovery matters more than ever. Not more effort, more recovery. Your body becomes less forgiving of tension, less tolerant of constant stimulation, more dependent on intentional rest. And here's the hardest part. Many people believe they're sleeping well because they stay asleep. But rest is not just about staying asleep. It's about how deeply your body lets go. And that depth begins before your head touches the pillow. Now here's the good news, my friend. James didn't need a complicated plan. He didn't need medication. He didn't need expensive tools. He needed rhythm. A simple evening rhythm. About 20 minutes before bed, he made a small change. He turned off his screens, not gradually, completely. Then he dimmed the lights. Soft light. Instead of bright light, sometimes he sat quietly. Sometimes he listened to gentle music. Sometimes he simply breathed slowly, not forcing relaxation, just allowing it. And over time, something remarkable happened. His body learned the signal, not consciously, physiologically. This is the moment to slow down. This is the moment to release the day. This is the moment to prepare for rest. He also added another small habit, one I've recommended to hundreds of patients. He stopped bringing his thoughts to bed. If something stayed on his mind, he wrote it down. Simple notes. Short sentences. Nothing detailed. Just enough to move the thought from mind to paper. Because the brain, when left active, keeps working, even when your body lies still. And that quiet mental activity steals depth from your sleep, slowly, night after night. These small changes created a new pattern, Not forced, not strict, just consistent. And consistency, my friend, is one of the most powerful longevity habits you can build, especially when it comes to rest. A few weeks later, James noticed something quiet. Not dramatic, not loud, but meaningful. His mornings felt different. Not perfect, but stable. He no longer needed that long pause in bed. That moment where the body resists the day. He simply woke up and started moving. Naturally. My friend, I've seen this transformation many times. Not from medication, not from drastic lifestyle changes, but from restoring something the body deeply needs. Transition, space, permission to rest. Because healthy aging is not about eliminating fatigue completely. That's unrealistic. Instead, it's about reducing friction, the small struggles, the quiet resistance, the invisible weight that makes mornings harder than they should be. Better rest removes that friction, gently, consistently. And here's what I want you to remember. If you've been waking up tired, even after a full night's sleep, don't just look at how long you sleep. Look at how you enter sleep. Look at your evenings. Look at your final moments before bed. Are they calm or stimulated, quiet or busy? Because sometimes, what your body needs most is not more sleep, but a better path into sleep, a softer ending to the day, a gentler transition into rest. And when you find that rhythm, something beautiful begins to happen. Your mornings feel lighter, your thoughts feel clearer, your energy begins to return, not suddenly, but steadily. And from the very first moment of your day, life feels just a little easier. And my friend, if you ask me, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give your future self.